Hi friends. Hi friends. Good evening. This is Dr. Harinath Reddy, Director Shankaran AI Study Circle. Minds Academy in association with Shankaran AI Study Circle is planning to conduct General Essay Test Series from 15th June of this month. So in this test series, we are planning to conduct tests for 15 general essays, and in each week there will be one test, and we are planning to cover those essays which most probably will appear in your final exam. So the general essays which are of relevance to the upcoming exam will be taken up for the test series. So current developments in the state of Andhra Pradesh, current developments at the national and international level, and the important developments in the last 2 to 3 years will be kept in mind when the question paper is set. Most probably we can make a good guess of what questions probably might come in the upcoming exam, and accordingly the exam will be conducted. So we are trying to ensure that at least in each section we wanted at least one essay to come in the final exam which we are going to conduct. So that is the idea which we are planning to have. Then regarding the suitability of me for conducting the general essay test series, myself I have taken the UPSC Civil Services Mains examination thrice, 3 times. So first time in 2010, second time in 2011, third time in 2015. And if you see my general essay scores in 2010, I got 120 out of 200. In 2020, general essay paper was for 200 marks, and I scored 120 out of 200. And if you compare this score with the other people who took the exam that year, I have 2 friends who took the exam that year and who also got into IAS. So one guy by name Pommala Sunil Kumar, he got All India 18th rank and he scored 113 in the general essay paper. And then another candidate by name Mantri Govinda Rao, he scored 114 in the general essay in that year 2010. Both of them got into IAS, one with 18th rank, the second one with around 25th or 26th rank. Unfortunately, though I could not clear the exam, but I scored well in the general essay paper, that is 120, 5 to 6 marks more than these 2 rankers. Again in 2011 mains exam, I scored 121 out of 200. Similarly in 2015 mains exam, I scored 122 out of 250. And relatively the score in 2015 was a bit low compared to the earlier attempts in 2010 and 11. So with this background, I want to give you the assurance that I will take care of my responsibility towards you, that are picking up the right kind of essays which might probably come in the upcoming exam, and also that we will discuss what shall be the approach for writing a good general essay. And then when you take the test will be followed by correction and feedback within the next 2 or 3 days, and the explanatory video will be provided immediately the next day, and this explanatory video will deal with the content related to that essay in detail, and also the structure of the essay which has to be followed while writing the essay. And this shall be the general approach. And then some of you might be having some doubts regarding which topics will come under which section. If you see the recent syllabus for the present exam which has happened, it was the general essay paper was not given in 3 sections like section 1, section 2, section 3, unlike the earlier notification. Here they have given 7 topics were mentioned in the general essay paper. You can see on the screen, 1 related to current affairs, the second one socio-political issues, the third one socio-economic issues, fourth one socio-environmental issues, fifth one cultural and historical aspects, sixth one issues related to civic awareness, and the seventh one reflective topics. So these are the 7 dimensions which are mentioned in the syllabus paper with respect to general essay paper. But the clarification which the APPSC has given with respect to the structure of general essay exam, they said that general essay will be in 3 sections, and in each section there will be 3 questions, and the candidate has to choose 1 question from the 3. Probably the section wise division of essay paper will be similar to the earlier notification and earlier exam pattern. Usually if you take section 3 in section 3, the 3 questions they relate to the state of Andhra Pradesh and both static and current affairs. Similarly, if you take section 2, current affairs of national and international importance will be taken up. From these areas you will get 3 questions in section 2, and in section 1 usually the socio-political issues, socio-economic issues and the cultural and historical aspects might come. We don't know, but we will ensure that at least 2 important essays from each of these 7 topics will be adequately covered. Then if you take the current affairs topics, probably what kind of questions might come in the exam. If you take the state of Andhra Pradesh, a lot is being done with respect to health and education. For example, a committee was appointed called Sujata Rao Committee to improve healthcare infrastructure in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, Balakrishnan Committee was appointed on education, and there was recently a High Court judgment, Andhra Pradesh High Court judgment on compulsory English medium education. Similarly, utilizing the waters of both the river Krishna and Godavari for the benefit of the people of the 2 Telugu states is also an ongoing important debate. So when general essay is framed, these things will be kept in mind. Similarly, at the national level, current issues of latest importance will be kept in mind when questions are framed. For example, if you take the socio-political issues, probably under this socio-political issues like gender issues. For example, recently we had a judgment on instantaneous triple talaq which was declared as invalid by the Indian Supreme Court, that is Uniform Civil Code, that is the rights of the women under the Indian Constitution, and the gender equality between men and women, that is socio-political. Issues like adultery, homosexuality, Uniform Civil Code, they all come under socio-political issues. Similarly, socio-economic issues, for example, child labor, problems of migrants in the recent corona lockdown episode, they all come under socio-economic issues. Similarly, socio-environmental issues like climate change, global warming, sustainable development, green economies, all those they come under socio-environmental issues. And if you take cultural and historical aspects, probably things like impact of globalization on Indian culture, impact of globalization on women, elderly age people, impact on the institution of family, such questions might come under cultural and historical aspects. Similarly, impact of Buddhism, Jainism, Islam on Indian culture might also be one of the topics under cultural and historical aspects. And then if you move to issues related to civic awareness, probably things like personal hygiene and sanitation, the importance of personal hygiene and sanitation in the event of, say, corona pandemic, or the sense of being a citizen, the citizenship. So the things which a citizen must be kept informed of, like not only that rights of the citizens, even the fundamental duties of the citizens towards the fellow citizens and also towards the nation state will come under the issues related to civic awareness. For example, traffic sense, personal sanitation and hygiene, and then all these things come under issues related to civic awareness. Then if you take up reflective topics, they deal with experiences of human beings in day-to-day life. So critical experience of human life will be the focus area in reflective topics. So I would suggest to the aspirants, better leave reflective topics. When you write a general essay on a reflective topic, if your ideas don't sync with the examiner, then you may not get good marks. So there will be a lot of subjectivity in writing reflective topics. So there is a danger of either scoring too good or too bad. Excepting for the reflective topics and issues related to civic awareness, the other things they are very crystal clear. So the various dimensions of these topics, there is a reasonable better understanding about each of these topics, so we can make a good impact on the examiner. And then if you see the rules which are spelled out in the general essay paper, the guidance which was given in the general essay paper before writing a good general essay, let's see what is there in the general essay paper as per the recent notification. So here it says that this paper, general essay paper, is designed to test a candidate's knowledge or awareness of a variety of subjects. So whether an aspirant is relating himself to what is happening around him, so how he is responding to that. So all such things we should keep in mind before writing a general essay. In addition to this paper also says that the ability of the aspirants to compose a sustained piece of writing in the form of essay. This is also put to test when you write the general essay. Sustained piece of writing means, see, there are certain requirements to write a general essay, to write a good general essay. The first requirement, you must be informed about this particular topic. So any topic which you finally choose to write the general essay in the final exam, that topic to the most possible extent must be a topic where you are reasonably well informed. And when you will be reasonably well informed when you read about them, either from the newspaper editorials or from the textbooks, or when you listen to the discussion videos in the several social networking sites. So the first requirement is you must keep yourself reasonably informed about all the possible topics which might come in the general essay paper. For this you must read continuously from different sources. There is no shortcut here. The second requirement, after assuring that you are after having been clear that you are reasonably well informed, whatever you know about this topic must be properly structured. So structuring of the general essay is also very, very important. So this structuring shall be in several ways. Some people, they start with a quotation given by an important person, like for example, Mahatma Gandhi says, Mother Earth has enough to meet the needs of the people but not the greed. So similarly, like that, you can start with a quotation, or you can start with a narration, or straight away you can start with the most recent happening related to that particular topic. So something like introduction. Then the information which you know about that particular essay must be properly organized, and you must give subheadings. And it is always better to give subheadings in the form of relevant questions. If you are well informed about the topic, give the subheadings in a logical progression in the form of questions. Once you put a question, before you answer it in the general essay, the examiner takes more interest to know what you have written. So you can grab the attention of the examiner, and you are drawing the attention of the examiner to look into what you have written. You do this provided you are well informed. If you are not properly informed about any topic and you have no choice, then don't put the subheadings in the form of questionnaire. And even if possible, try to avoid giving subheadings as well, because you are not well informed about this topic. So if the examiner reads in detail with a lot of interest, you will get exposed. So better don't do that for an essay where you are not well informed. Then at the end of the general essay paper, it also says that what are the areas which are tested in the general essay paper. So this general essay paper would test the following: ability to compose a well argued piece of writing. So any topic which comes in the general essay, the examiner will be looking into your clarity of that issue and how you put your arguments in a logical manner. That will be looked into. In addition to this, your ability to express coherently and sequentially. So coherently means, for example, there shall be a logical progression when you write the general essay. Things which should come at the end should not be put at the beginning. So that is the meaning of expressing coherently, linked in a linked manner and sequentially. Then awareness of the subject chosen. Awareness of the subject chosen. So the examiner will try to see to what extent you are informed about that particular topic, in how much detail and in what clarity. That is the awareness of the subject chosen. It also says, the paper also says, when evaluation is done, how the credit will be given, for what things the credit or importance will be given. So observing established rules and format for essay writing, grammatical correctness of expression. So those who are writing in English medium, I have seen in my personal experience while correcting the scripts, a good number of students, they are very poor in English grammar. They don't write complete sentences, they write in phrases. That creates a lot of trouble and irritation to the examiner, and so that he will penalize for that, and he will not award you good marks even if the content is good. So grammatically the expression should be correct, which means you must write in complete sentences which gives a complete meaning, so that the examiner feels very comfortable while correcting your script. In addition to this, originality of thought and expression. So many a times when you write the general essay answer, please don't refer to the opinions of other people. Try to write them as if they are your own opinions. For example, we will be reading a number of editorials from different newspapers. After having read them, we may be agreeing with certain views and we may not be agreeing with certain other views. So those views which you agree with, you present them as your own views, because he says that originality of thought and expression means what do you think, not that what others think about this particular topic. What do you think? So usually we may not have original thinking on a particular topic unless we read about that. So after having read the articles written by several experts on the topic, you can clearly make out what is that you agree with the topic, what is that you don't agree with the topic. So those things which you agree with the topic, you present them in the essay as your original views. Instead of saying that somebody has said like this, some commission or committee has said like this, because it was very clearly said in the general essay paper, in the syllabus given, marks will be awarded, priority will be given for originality of thought and expression. What do you think? What do you think? How do you respond? So that's about very briefly how should you approach for the general essay paper. Please remember, those who are correcting your answer sheets will not be of my age. They will be of the age of around 60 years. So they will not have patience as much as we have. So when our answer scripts, general essay answer scripts are corrected by the evaluators, we should put least burden on them, which means when you write the general essay, make sure that your handwriting is good. It need not be very good, it shall be good, and it shall be very legible, in the sense it must be easy for the examiner to read. Please try to give the subheadings so that the examiner will not get confused. So all these things if you are done, then you may score better marks in the general essay paper. So try to be well informed. For that, keep reading a lot on the possible topics which might come in the general essay paper. The second requirement, try to arrange your ideas in a logical and a sequential manner, and then try to give the subheadings. If that is done, the examiner will have some clarity while correcting your script. What is written where, he will get clarity. Otherwise, unless he reads the entire general essay answer, he cannot come to a conclusion regarding what you have written and what you are trying to communicate. Please don't put the burden on the examiner. If that is done, you will be penalized with less marks. And the last but not the least important, in the general essay paper, as per the recent notification which we have written, you will have 2.5 hours duration for writing 3 general essays, one from each section. So which means you will get roughly 50 minutes for each general essay. So my advice will be, if there is a general essay topic on which you are not well prepared, don't straight away try to write that answer for that essay, because unless you have properly arranged your thought framework, don't put it on the paper. If there is a topic which you have already prepared for and has come in the exam, just straight away start writing about it in the structured manner, because you have already prepared for that. But otherwise, if some other topics for which you are not well prepared, in terms of structuring a topic has come, please spend some time. Out of 50 minutes, take 10 to 15 minutes for your thought process, thought framework. In the rough sheet at the end of the answer booklet, put your ideas, draw a circle, put the ideas in the form of directions, try to arrange them in a logical progression, then try to expand each idea on the answer booklet after having done your thought process. Otherwise, it will be a nightmare if that doesn't go well in your final answer which you have written in the answer book. So these are certain things which you must keep in mind while writing the general essay. So get ready for taking this general essay test series. We will ensure that out of these 15 general essays which you write, at least one question from each section will be from our test series in the final exam. That's how we will plan this test series based on our past experience. I remember when I have taught in Ram Sudhir IAS Academy in one particular year which I don't remember, I have taught 3 general essays, one on farmers welfare, one on health and one on education. Out of these 3, 2 has come. And then I remember in 2016 when I started the general essay module classes, the first general essay which I have taught is interstate river water disputes. That came in the general essay that year. So based on the past experience and after having seen the topics of importance in the last 3 to 4 years, we can reasonably guess around 15 essays, out of which at least one must come in each section, making you very comfortable in writing the answer. Then in addition to prompt correction and feedback, I completely guarantee you that for all these 15 topics, I give you detailed content which is more than adequate for writing answer for these 15 general essays. I have done my homework. I am ready with more than 20 to 30 topics which might probably come in this exam. I made my notes and all this will be made available to you. Thank you.